In January 1961, deep in the forests of the Congo, 3 men were executed in silence. No cameras, no witnesses, no graves. One of them was Patrice Lumumba, Africa's most powerful voice for freedom, and one of the most dangerous men to Western power. This was not a random killing. It was a political execution, planned across continents, and buried for decades. Tonight, we uncover how a newly independent African nation became the battlefield of the Cold War, and how one man paid the ultimate price for refusing to bow. Before we begin, subscribe for more true historical stories the world tried to erase. The Congo was not just a colony. It was a resource vault: rubber, gold, uranium, diamonds. For over 70 years, Belgium ruled it with extreme brutality. Millions died. Entire villages vanished. Yet the world remained silent, because Congo's riches powered Western economies. By the late 1950s, Africa was waking up. Colonial empires were cracking. And in the heart of Congo, a postal clerk turned revolutionary began speaking words that terrified Europe. His name was Patrice Lumumba. Lumumba was not born elite. He spoke plainly, but powerfully. He didn't ask for gradual freedom. He demanded immediate independence. On June 30th, 1960, Congo became free. During the independence ceremony, Belgium's king praised colonial civilization. Then Lumumba did the unthinkable. Without permission, he stood up and destroyed colonial lies live on international radio. "We are no longer your monkeys. We are free men." That speech changed history and sealed his fate. Within weeks, chaos erupted. Belgium secretly backed rebels. Congo's army mutinied. The mineral-rich province of Katanga declared secession. Why Katanga? Because uranium from Katanga fueled America's atomic bombs. Lumumba turned to the United Nations for help. They refused to intervene. Desperate, he turned to the Soviet Union. That single decision made him a Cold War target. CIA cables labeled him a dangerous African Castro. The order was clear: Lumumba must be removed. The West didn't need an invasion. They needed a traitor. Colonel Joseph Mobutu, Lumumba's trusted ally, staged a coup. Lumumba was arrested, beaten, humiliated on camera. Still, he refused to surrender morally. Even in prison, he wrote letters declaring, "History will one day have its say." That history was about to turn bloody. On January the 17th, 1961, Lumumba was flown to Katanga. He was tortured for hours. Then, under the supervision of Belgian officers, he was shot by a firing squad. His body was cut apart, dissolved in acid, erased. No grave, no marker, just silence. For decades, the world pretended it never happened. Years later, documents surfaced. Belgium admitted responsibility. The CIA acknowledged involvement. In 2022, Belgium returned Lumumba's tooth, the only remaining part of his body, to his family. Too little, too late. But his ideas survived. Today, Lumumba is remembered not as a victim, but as a warning. Lumumba once said, "Africa will write its own history." But history is fragile and easily buried. If this story moved you, if you believe truth matters, like this video, comment your thoughts. Subscribe for more untold histories, because some stories were meant to be erased, and we exist to bring them back.